Everyone. Today we are going to elaborate a proverbial "Ko sera sera." It's a proverb. It's a kind of saying. Philosophically, "Ko sera sera" means whatever will be, will be. You cannot change anything of future. Whatever is going to happen in future is going to happen in future. That is Ko Sera Sera by J. Livingston. He has emphasized that the people who worry about every single thing, they carry all kinds of baggage of anxiety and all kinds of blues and shed tears and run from tabernacle to tabernacle, temple to mosque and mosque to church and church to all kinds of tabernacle. But you say, nothing is going to make any difference at all. Nothing matters as once the nature has decided to adopt this course, there is a final, is a finale. Nobody can make a dent in the decision of the nature, in the course of nature. So he has stressed, don't worry about anything, enjoy whatever the time, enjoy whatever the moment you have, and don't waste them in worrying and in your blues and in your anxiety, because Ko sera sera. Whatever is going to be, will be. No one in the world can alter anything about the nature at all. For instance, look at COVID. 193 member nations of UN, all kinds of, nuclear weapons and the biological weapons and the chemical weapons and the cluster weapons, oxygen weapons, all kinds of weapons we have, all kinds of technology we have, all kinds of economy we have, all kinds of knowledge, declarative knowledge, procedural knowledge, heuristic knowledge, meta-knowledge, empirical knowledge, but nothing can to our rescue at all. Nothing at all came to our rescue. COVID decided to kill that many people, it did. And whatever COVID has decided in the future, it is going to do. No matter what we do. Even if we detonate nuclear weapons or biological weapons or chemical weapons against the COVID. But we will not be able to make even a lousy dent. That is nature. America, super USA, all potent, every single thing they have, omnipotent, omniscient. And look what is going on over there. Laura and other hurricane struck on the southern region, south coast of USA. Devastation was ubiquitous, pervasive devastation. Thousands of houses were gone. Lakhs of people were uprooted. What America could do, despite having all kinds of economy and all kinds of weapons and all kinds of strength and all kinds of big brother name and fame, nothing, because Ko sera sera. I prepared 4 points about Ko sera sera by J. Livingston. Point number 1 is, no one can alter the course of nature. Whatever the course the nature has decided to take, no one, Alexander the Great or Alexander Fleming, Trump, Xi or Putin, no one has any kind of ability, capability or viability to alter the course of nature. We cannot coax it, nor cajole it, nor coerce it. We are all microcosm against this macrocosm. So whenever the nature decides anything to do, anything to happen, then whatever energy and whatever strength and whatever might you have, put every single thing together and still you will not be able to make a small, teeny, tiny dent in the willingness and volition of the nature. Whatever nature has decided, nature is going to accomplish that, whether we like it or we don't. Point number 2, all the worries, anxieties, blues, every single thing is futile. So, math code of Da Vinci matters. We worry about COVID, we worry about lockdown, we worry about education, we worry about our economy, we worry about our health, we worry about our future and our progeny's future. We have plenty of tons of anxiety and tons of blues. Nothing is going to help us. Yes, they will definitely hurt us, but not help us. Because whatever the nature is going to give us, pain or pleasure, misery or manna, we have to accept it. We have to accept it without mincing a word, without bitching about it. So worries, anxiety, blues are not going to help. They're all futile, redundant, useless, pointless. So, according to Livingstone, what we should do, we must accept the math code of Da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci has said in his Da Vinci Code, math, D-A-T-H-E, math concept, meaning try not to lose your equilibrium, your stability, your mind, your head when anything happens, good or bad, worse or worst, or the best of the best. Whatever happens in your life, and life is such a thing, it evolves and revolves around good and gory, great and gory, misery and manna, pain and pleasure. If you think that every day of the year, all 365 should be the same temperature-wise, should be the same every which way, the sun should rise at the same time, rain should fall or should not fall, temperature of the summer or winter should be so much. No, it is not going to happen. You have to accept. We have to accept good with gory. So, in Da Vinci Code, Da Vinci has said, but means don't actually overwhelm yourself when some kind of misery strikes, and don't overwhelm yourself when some kind of manna strikes on you. Great or gory, don't lose your temperament, don't lose your equilibrium, don't lose your balance, don't lose your stability. Point number 3, we can neither predict nor prevent the course of future. Whatever is going to happen in the future will happen. Nobody will be able to do even a minuscule thing about it. We cannot predict the future. What is going to happen in the future we cannot predict. We can only pretend that we can predict and we can forecast, and we are the soothsayers about economy and the soothsayer about the weather and the future. No, it doesn't work. It does not work at all. Nature is all autonomous. Nature does not give you even a clue or indication or inkling about its course, about its intent, about its volition or willingness. So neither we can predict it, what's going to happen, nor we can prevent it. If we know that Temblor is coming, we cannot prevent it. If we know that cyclone or hurricane like Laura coming, we cannot predict it, we cannot prevent it. So, it is all useless. The best thing in life is go, sera. Accept the fact, like math concept, math code of Da Vinci, that life will actually revolve and evolve around all the great things and all the gory things too. Life does not promise you, life is not a guarantee or warranty like your refrigerator or your toaster, that you are going to have every 365 days beautiful or every 365 days will be miserable. Life doesn't give you any kind of guarantee. But whatever life bestows us, offers us, we have to accept it. We have to accept it with smiling face. Even if you cry or bitch about COVID is not going to have any kind of sympathy with you or for you. Or if you smile in the face of the COVID, COVID is not going to get offended. COVID does not have any kind of sentiment or any kind of emotion. Why we should actually ruin our life by empty sentimentality? So now, equilibrium of life is the most important equilibrium in life. Equilibrium of life is the most important equilibrium in life. Number 4 is natural events are all autonomous. Whatever is going to happen in the nature, we cannot control it, we cannot predict it, we cannot stop it, we cannot end it, we cannot squash it, we cannot stop it. So we cannot control, we cannot command, we cannot put any natural events under our leash. They are all autonomous, they are all independent, they have their own mind, they have their own eyes, they have their own intention, they have their own volition and willingness. We are microcosm. You remember, we are only microcosm. You talk about Trump or you talk about Xi or Putin or anyone else. Everyone before us came over here and claimed about being emperor and being king and being this and that and all sorts of things, but everyone wiped out from the face of this planet. So contemporary, colloquial, all the famous and all the mighty guys and all the great and all the kings and all the presidents and the prime minister, all omnipotent people are also going to wipe out one day from this planet Earth. And there will be no sign of them, nothing at all, because we think that we can control the nature, but it is vice versa. It is other way around. Nature is macrocosm. We are only microcosm. So best thing for us is to adopt ko shera shera and enjoy life as long as you have it. And never forget that you are only microcosm. You can never have triumph upon macrocosm. You will never be able to leash upon macrocosm, meaning the course of nature, the intention of the nature, the volition of the nature, willingness of the nature, or the nature of the nature. We have to accept pain and the pleasure both, pain and the problem both, misery and the manna both, and keep on going, because even if we try to control, try to triumph nature, it will be all futile ventures, futile endeavors. So that's all the time we have. Thank you very much for listening. God bless us all. See you again in the future.